So for your 2016 Toyota Tacoma, or for any vehicle, I strongly suggest you go out and you purchase or find a PDF version, a copy of your technical service manual. This thing is gold. It's going to help you with torque specs, fluid part numbers, just layout of parts and stuff. Anyway, let's jump in. I'll show you real quick. I went to, I think I actually purchased this PDF. You can go to Tech Info, pay a subscription fee, and download all the files you need. Most techs will just pay the subscription and have it as a reference, but you can just go download it and have it, or you can go to a forum site, a Tacoma forum site, look for the free PDF that someone has put together, or go to a place and pay $30 for it and have it already PDF'd. I think that's what I did. I paid for it just to have it, and it has been very helpful. So we got introduction. That goes right into ECU stuff. If you click on this is opened up in a Brave browser, which is nice because it's actually better than Adobe Reader, believe it or not. So I opened this PDF file in Brave on a Windows machine, and you still get the table of contents. You go through, here's ECU stuff, identify your VIN number and your serial numbers, gives you the location of where they're at, all this little basic stuff that some people just may not know, so it's out there. Let's see, terms and abbreviations, SAE, and Toyota terms. What is this? Vehicle lift and support locations. There you go. Look at all that stuff. All right, it even gives you the maintenance section, general maintenance, what to do on your vehicle, general maintenance on the body, on the brake pads, how to inspect them, and you can print these out too, which is nice. Steerage linkage, look, chassis stuff, engine. Look, it even gives you the type. It gives you hints, which is nice. And does this have the engine type at the top? No. Okay. Fuel lines, exhaust pipe, general notes, lights, stuff like that, right? You guys get the gist of it. Let's just go through a few more. General maintenance on that. Let's see. Inside, outside, tires, tire rotation, wheel nuts, fluid leaks. Basic stuff some people may not know, but if you want to get started or you really want to maintain your truck, just browse through it like we're doing right now. This is under the hood. All the basic fluids, battery, and I showed a video the other day how to just put up an ODBT battery tester reader to see how your battery is doing, to see if it needs recharged or replaced. This is old electrolyte level because most of the batteries are sealed. Power steering, transmission fluid level. That's hard to do because there's no dipstick. You have to get up under the vehicle and do it's a whole process. It actually will describe it in here as well. All right, specifications. You can pick. You got to make sure you have your right engine here. Like this one is for the 2GR FKS. So you check on your car, it tells you which ones you have. You 2GR FKS. I don't know what the other one is. I thought there was another one. I'm looking real quick here. Oh yeah, there's a 2TRFE. I think I am the 2GR FKS. Here is all the torque specifications. If you're not sure, everyone on these forums has their own interpretation of what the correct torques are. Here they are based on your year and model. It says it right here. Yeah, the oil filter cap, I've done this so many times, 18 foot-pounds. Boom. Oil drain plug, 30. I do about 28. I don't want to strip it. Oil filter drain plug, oil filter cap assembly is 10. So there you go. That is so nice. Oil level sensor, oil pump. What else we got? Starter, torque specs on the starting system. Look at that. Everything you ever wanted. So let's go through. What else we got? Let's go to the next section. There's a lot in this section. Okay, air conditioning, which is I just went through. So if you just want to learn this stuff, you can go to your section here. Look at this. Or you can just doom scroll. Look at that, air conditioning amplifier assembly. I had no idea we had that, right? But now you do. This kind of helps you identify stuff, parts, locations. Here's your vent covers. It even gives you step by step. It tells you how to do it. Like this is how you would go about. They laid this cookbook out for the service tech to know how to do the job. Remove, yeah, here's the connectors, disengage. It tells you basically what to do and how to get the job done. There may be better ways, but this is how you do it. Per Toyota. Let's see, let's go. That's all the vent covers. I'm trying to find a good diagram. This is all the ODB port pin locations, specifications. That's a sensor. All right, let's get out of this. Install, let's see. Installation, air conditioning controls. No, I don't care about that. Components. These are all the sensor sections. I'm trying to find the good stuff with the diagram. Monitor circuit. Holy macro. But you get it. You see what I'm scrolling on the left here? There is a lot of stuff. There we go. You kind of get where the location of stuff is located. Amplifier controller. There's the ECM. There's your dreaded, horribly located evaporator core underneath your dash. The $3,600 replacement charge for labor and replacing it. Because here's all this stuff, O-ring. I'm looking at this thing going O-ring, leak. And to see if it leaks, you know, you put a little dye in your AC system and you run it. And if it is dripping water out of the drainage hose, you just put the black light on it and see if there's any dye in that. And that should help determine if it is leaking. That's a kind of a quick way to check. It may not be 100% foolproof. But anyway, here's your blower. Right above here is your cabin air filter. But here it is. Here's that evaporator. Now you know. Look at this thing. They just bury it in there, make it really difficult. What is this? All right, all this stuff. So there's a whole AC section. Look at it. Ooh, what's that removal? I saw removal. Did I go too fast? I wanted to look at the removal. Ooh, look at this. This is the recovery refrigerant from refrigeration system. Precaution. Info. And let's see. A and B gives you different depending on your engine type. What to do to get to it. This is this is taking the AC stuff apart. Of course, you want to pull the you want to evac the refrigerant first. This is really, yeah, you can just see how detailed this is. Yeah. Just trying to find, look at all the harnesses. Oh my God. This is under the dash. No thanks. I'll pass on that. That's just a nasty job. Oh, we got audio. The speaker system where all that stuff is, which is kind of cool. Let's close that. Axle. Let's see what we got. Axle inspection. You can go through, inspect their hub bearings. So you start hearing noises. You can pop up. Of course, the brakes. Everyone has to do brakes, right? Booster. There's the booster. Actuator. Oh, what's that? It's a weird picture. Hold on. Brakes. This is great for finding parts. I just had the page up and I can't find it again. Hold on. You can do search too, but it takes a while to search because it's got to go through all these pages. Stability control. These are all sensor stuff. It used to say front brake. Hold on. Brake control, brake control. Come on. Brake control. Easier said than done, right? We are looking. There we go. Brake front. I told you. Inspection. Gives you an idea how to measure the thickness of the pads. There you go. Let's see. Brake components. I like this too. Here kind of gives you an idea. The clips. The pinhold clip. The torques are right here. The 91. Right here. Foot-pounds. Specifications. Foot-pounds. 91 for that. Oh, and going on to the caliper. Pretty cool. Pretty useful. Anyway, I just want to show you guys everything in this. Cruise control, differential, boom. There's the propeller as well right here, and you can grease those Zerk fittings as well. Let's see. This shows you the whole thing. This is almost, if you want to learn about your vehicle, I don't know. You can wait. General maintenance helps you learn where the stuff is, which is good. Changing fluids, torques, checking plugs, gaskets, and stuff like that. This is a good way just to get you rolling on it. And if stuff seriously breaks, then if you have the right tools, you can probably replace it. If you don't have a lift and jacks, I don't know. It could be difficult on some of this stuff. Let's see. Drive shaft. Yeah, you can start looking at the drive shaft stuff. We got engine immobilizer, the old ECU, smart key ECU assembly, all the spyware stuff, right? Engines, charging system. Goes through the charging system. I'm just trying to give you what all this has. Exterior fender panel. So it even does the outside of the vehicle. Bumper assembly. So if you're trying to figure out how to get the damn bumper off, this will show you. Grill. That comes off easy. Brakes easy too. Plastic. I don't think I have a garage door opener. Oh, I might. Yeah, I do. I don't have a garage door. Hoods and doors, horn, instrument panel. Let's see what else. Interior lighting, meter, mirrors, navigation, park assist. There's a propeller for the drive shaft. It shows you there are Zerk fittings on here to grease those now and then. Let's see if it shows you. Did it remove? This is removing it. Eey. I don't want to remove it. Let's see. Hold on. I just lost my spot. Exterior. Horn. Propeller. Click. Come on. Propeller shaft. Propeller assembly. There's your symptoms. Kind of nice, right? Kind of very useful. Seatbelt, seats, sliding roof. I do not have that. Let's see. Ooh, steering column. I did not in this, but in the Sequoia, I replaced the steering wheel. But I used a YouTube video for that. It was not as bad. Just popping it off the stem. That was just delicate but firm. You don't want to break anything. Not that you would, because it's pretty solid. All right, let's keep going. Troubleshooting, steering, you get the idea. Suspension, ooh. Look at that. Gives you the whole suspension setup. Not too bad. I'm looking for, I just did the sway bar links. They were clinking. I don't think they were clinking on the sway bar links when you hit a speed bump, like go over a speed bump. So you hear the little clink, clink, clink. The rubber boots were kind of shot on them, the stock ones. I did replace them with some beefier ones, and they have Zerks on them, so I pumped them for grease. Still had the clink. I even put new sway bar bushings on as well. Those are cheap and inexpensive, so it was easy to do. Still had the clink. I think it was the brake pads clinking on the rotor or something, because then when I hold the brake pedal down going over the speed bump, I would never have it. So the sway bar links needed done, so it wasn't the clinking cause, but they needed done anyway. All right, tire and wheel. What are we doing there? Oh, it just shows you the alignment stuff. Over my pay grade. I guess you could do it if you know what you're doing, right? Let's look at transmission. Holy mackerel. This is nasty stuff. This is where it does the drain and fill. Here it is. Fluid replacement. And it goes through the whole method of using the ATF WS type fluid and how to check the levels at temperature. You have to be at a certain temperature. I think it's around 110, and that's when you check the level once you replace it. Yeah, check fluid temperature, and it should explain that. Yeah, check mode procedure. stuff you read about in forums. If you're not sure and people are posting a whole bunch of different crap, that's why it's nice to have this. You can say, well, you're not sure, Timmy's not sure, and Fred's really confused. He's getting angry. Say, I don't care about you guys, man. You go right to the PDF, look it up for your engine, for your truck and your model, and you are good to go. Anyway, I highly recommend getting this. Have it at your as a nice reference. If you plan to keep your truck, it's worth it. If you have someone else work on it, don't worry about spending the money. But if you can fiddle around and just do general maintenance or fix stuff and brakes and sway bar links and change the belt, whatever, little pump motors break, whatever else you feel comfortable working on, grease the propeller, do the differential fluid, you name it. This will help you, guide you. Even AC stuff, diagnosis will help you. It'll help you do that. All right, that is all I got. We're 15 minutes in. Just want to go over this, show you what's in it, because people talk about this stuff. And from the old days of having the Chilton books, the physical books, I did buy one for the Sequoia. It's just nicer having stuff on the computer and then printing out the page you really need as a reference as you do the work. So hope this helps. Check it out. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's a better manual out there than the one I'm actually showing.